My greatest weakness growing up was my lack of confidence. I had never been able to find something that I could stick to and see through to the end. This has been pretty evident in clothing companies I've made, sports I've played, and even video games I've given up on once they got too hard. I was born and raised in a small town called Bellevue. It sits right between Ocala and the Villages, right in the middle of Florida. I feel like I had a pretty normal childhood. My family and I went to Disney a bunch. I tried playing every sport I could, and I liked playing video games. It wasn't until I was a freshman in high school that my internal conflict started. My sister is 6 years older than me, so she's always someone I've looked up to. She spent all 4 years in video production and was highly awarded, so it was only natural I'd want to follow in her footsteps. I ended up developing a deep love for filmmaking and storytelling. I'd spend every school day brainstorming ideas for my next project. I began with simple interviews and PSAs at and around my school. The first 2 video production classes are supposed to start with the basics, so there's really no emphasis on awards. My junior year rolled around, and I was thrilled. This was the first year I'd have to begin projects that truly embodied my creative spirit. This was the first year I'd have to begin creating actual projects that embodied my creative spirit. Ultimately, I never really committed to anything. I was too distracted by basketball and my newfound love of writing. My senior year was my last chance. I found a way to combine my passion of writing and filmmaking. I created a short movie about a boy who was trying to figure out how to cope with the absence of his father and other shortcomings in his life, when he inevitably finds God in a spiritual awakening. This was it. This is what I worked so hard for in this class. I worked tirelessly to finish editing and submit it for the competition. That is, until COVID struck and canceled that year's film competition. I was heartbroken. My feeling of ineptitude boiled inside of me. I remember sobbing on the phone to one of my friends. I knew I wouldn't have the chance to show myself, and more importantly at the time my sister, that I could do it, that I could finish what I started. But then, my mind shifted. Even though I couldn't get the satisfaction of winning an award, I could accomplish another goal I set out for. I had begun work on a book a few months prior, but halted production due to that same feeling of ineptitude that persisted within me. I ended up finishing, publishing, and making sales on my book, officially giving me the title of professional author. This had to be the proudest day of my life up until that point. A lesson had presented itself to me in the end. This is something that I've taken with me ever since and represents all that I am. It was that even if your initial path closes and a new one doesn't immediately open itself up to you, it's okay to go somewhere that's not on the map. Your destiny is controlled by only one person. Only you decide when your journey ends, and when it's time to pack up and go home. But you'll find that when you fight hard enough, love deep enough, that your second wind will hit you, and that same desire you felt burning at a candle strength will come back a raging inferno, unwilling to yield to anything that may try to stop it. I wish to continue to use my unrelenting optimism in a way that helps people figure out who they are, by trying new strategies, overcoming barriers that seem too large, and using my love for everything that's creative. I'll be the voice for anyone who needs it.